Hello YouTube, it's Grace again, and today I'm actually doing a review for Gemina, which is the second book in a trilogy or series. I'm not sure what it is, but it's something by Amie Kaufman and Kristoff. So as I said, this is the second book. It follows the events after Illuminae. So Illuminae was essentially about these two characters, Caddy and Ezra, who were on these two separate ships, and it's basically their sort of interactions on the ship after this big event which happened on their planet. So basically it was awesome and I absolutely loved it, and I gave Illuminae a 5 out of 5 stars. If you wanted to check out my review for Illuminae, I'm not sure if I had it on my channel or not. I don't think I did, but I think I did write an actual review on GOODREADS. Don't hold my word to that, I think I did, but I'm not sure. But yeah, so obviously this review is going to be spoilerish to those who haven't read Illuminae, but I'm going to try and make it spoiler free as much as possible, besides a sort of gush spoilery section near the end, but I will give a warning of that, okay? So as I said, Gemina is the second book. It follows two other characters, Hannah and Nicholas, or Nicholas, however you wish to say, and it follows them on a space station. Now in Illuminae, the two ships were heading towards this space station. So in this, the Hypatia is obviously going towards the space station Heimdall, and both Hannah and Nicholas live on Heimdall. So this is about the problems that occur basically on that space station when they discover the fact that the ship is approaching to base it. And there is a problem because the Heimdall is actually a space station on a wormhole, so wormholes are always very unstable, so there's that little melodrama as well, and that's what it basically follows. So to get into the actual non-spoilery review, first things first, this cover, I got the hardback edition, which I think is the US edition, but I'm not sure, and it is absolutely gorgeous. When it is naked, it is still just as beautiful and gorgeous, and I absolutely love it, basically. I'm going to display it proudly on my shelf when I go home, which is actually next weekend. Woo. Yay. So yeah, it is a beautiful book, beautiful cover, beautiful colours, and yeah, it is just basically gorgeous. I'm just going to put it there so I don't have to keep holding, because it is a very heavy book. So, to follow the things about the characters. So Hannah seems at first to be quite a spoiled character who's rather used to getting her way. She seems like a character who really enjoys the benefits of her station. So her father is basically the commander-in-chief of Heimdall, and she basically gets practically everything from him, because I think he is like a single parent to her, and he basically provides everything for her. And also at the beginning of this, she does have a boyfriend, who isn't Nicholas, just to say. She has another boyfriend, and he's very what you would call probably the typical boyfriend, which is kind of dreamy to them all, really. He may not be very rich, but he has a good station, people like him. He's very friendly, and yeah, he pretty much caters to all her whims and desires. Nicholas, by contrast, is actually a drug dealer, essentially. He is part of a family who are part of like this sort of thing equivalent to the mafia, and because of it he deals in drugs because he actually has a criminal record. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you anything about the criminal record because that would be spoilery, so I'll mention it more in the spoilery section most likely if I remember, because I'm doing this unscripted. Yeah. Other characters, Caddy and Ezra do feature in this towards the last third of the book, last quarter of the book. They do come back and I do enjoy that as well. I'll mention other characters probably in the spoilery section because I'm really happy that these characters came back. So yeah, that's about as much I would say probably about the characters without being spoilery. Next, the plot. The plot I really enjoyed. Like, it was very complicated, but like Illuminae, it weaved together so you could really see where the story was kind of going, and then towards the end it really wrapped up like nicely in a bow, like you realise everything, but then it leaves you enough intrigue to want to read the next book, which you wish was right out or like now basically. So like Illuminae, it really does have you on your edge of your seat, like hoping for the next book. But I don't know if that's coming out next year or the year after. Let's hope it's next year, because yeah, this is just basically killing. It's killing to the soul. This whole series, because you're constantly wanting more. Writing style, well, if you know anything about Illuminae or Gemina, you realise that the writing style is very different to normal books. It's actually told through mixed media, so it does have like chat conversations like that. In this one there are also diagrams in here. So like for example, this is a diagram of Heimdall on there, and it kind of tells you like Hannah's sort of interpretation of it. Well, also the fact that she does draw pictures of people she's interacted with. As usual, there's a lot of comedy in this. Like, there is this one cartoon section which is how not to hit on a girl, which is really funny, and I really enjoy it because Hannah from the start, she doesn't grow into herself as a character, I guess, in sort of sense of what usually happens in YA novels. She really grows into herself, like she's already grown into herself by the time we're in this novel with her, mainly because she doesn't suddenly learn how to fight or whatever. She was already she's already kind of gifted in the art of war thanks to her father as a commander, so he's pretty much taught her everything he in essence knows, and it really reflects in her interactions and what she does throughout this book. So yeah, the pacing was very good. I think I read this within 2 or 3 days. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Not as much as Illuminae, I guess, because I really loved Illuminae. Illuminae was like, it was everything. I just really like thoroughly enjoyed it. So I actually gave this as a rating. I gave it a 5 stars because I absolutely adored it. I loved it and I really thoroughly enjoyed it. So I gave it a 5 stars, though out of the series Illuminae is still my favourite. But that doesn't mean I didn't enjoy Gemina, just that Illuminae is my favourite, and that's probably because I really enjoyed Caddy as a character. Like, she was sarcastic, she was witty as a character, whereas by contrast I got kind of a bit irritated with Hannah at first, and then bits of it I was a bit confused, which I'll mention in the spoilery section. But yeah, so thank you for watching this, people who don't want to be spoiled because you haven't actually read the book yet. So I'm going to be going into my spoiler section / GUSH section, so if you're going to comment down below on anything spoilery, please like give a spoiler warning about this book because I don't want to spoil it for some people who haven't yet read it. So yeah, but I would love to discuss it with you in the comments, so feel free to like type it down below. So yeah, now onto the spoilery section. Oh my lord, I so saw that Hannah's boyfriend was a complete and utter like traitor. I knew it, like when they started talking about like Sam, weather, whatever, I was like, like he's probably grumpy for a reason, like, and I just thought that Merrick was just too good. Like Jackson was too good as a boyfriend, like he was too good to be true. There was like nothing wrong with him in her perspective, and although that's generally what a lot of people feel, that they're in the relationship, that somebody's flawless, it's just impossible for him to be flawless. So it was a bit like, what the hell? So I just saw him being the traitor like from the beginning. I was like, no. So whenever she was pushing away Nicholas, I was like, come on, like reality please, people, reality, you have to see this. Next was probably the group members. I really enjoyed it, like when they had this thing with the group members of that team who come in to basically eradicate everyone. I'm trying to see if I can find an example of the page with them on without like showing the death list. Or actually I could just show the death list since people already know, because this is the spoiler section. But I like how casually like all the pictures are shown of these people, but then crosses are shown whether they're killed or something happens to them, and you're like, whoa. It's like whoa. So the relationship between both Hannah and Nicholas I thought was rather hilarious half of the time. Like they was just dancing around each other, and I was like, just get it over with, have a good snog, literally half the time. But then that never happened, and I was like, it's a bit disappointing. But the relationship I really enjoyed was between Hannah and Nicholas's cousin, Ella, I think her name is. I believe it's Ella. I swear it's Ella. But yeah, I really enjoyed like their talking together. But I also enjoyed it like towards the end when the Hypatia comes back into it, and then that whole theory between like alternate universes. I feel like it's really starting to be explored in this series now. Like the diagram of like how like the theory that we put, like there's universe A and then there's universe B, and how basically one of the Heimdalls is contacting the wrong ship, wrong Hypatia. So they're contacting the Hypatia of one universe, although they're supposed to be contacting their own Hypatia, and I just thought that was really interesting. And that twist with the whole thing about like Nicholas is actually the wrong Nicholas, like Nicholas should have been in the other universe, and the original Nicholas was actually in the wrong universe. That I was a bit amazed. I was like, what the hell is going on? It took me a bit of time to get over it because I was a bit confused throughout a lot of that. Again, I really enjoyed in this book when they had the little countdowns like this, where it's like the countdown to an assault fleet, or the countdown to the Hypatia reaching the Kerenza Heimdall waypoint, for example. It was really intense building, I feel. But yeah, so characters being brought back. I really disliked how Caddy and Ezra kind of lost their personalities in this, I would say. Like, they didn't really, I mean, I get that Hannah and Nicholas, this is their story, but Caddy and Ezra were barely like mentioned in this. Like, Caddy was mentioned for her things, but she didn't feel like Caddy, which I felt was kind of sad. I really enjoyed it when Caddy was like what she was in Illuminate, and I feel that didn't really reflect in Gemina truly. But then she was a minor character in this, so I can practically forgive it, since this is about Hannah and Nicholas rather than Caddy and Ezra. So the person I really enjoyed like coming back into this was actually Aiden. Like, I was so happy that Aiden came back. I was just like, yes, finally. Although the reaction of Captain Bowl in the fact that Caddy actually had a copy of Aiden, I thought was so funny, because she was like, "You're joking," and I was like, "Believe it, babe, she's not joking." Like, he's actually there. And then how terrified she basically was of a prospect. Yeah, maybe I'm a bit vindictive there, but yeah, it was funny. It was hugely very, 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 very funny. And I really enjoyed it. But yeah, anything else I can think of to say spoilery? I really like enjoyed the fact that there was that group of killers, but the fact that they all had code names. So I like the fact that there was the images of them with their code names on it, because I was always turning back to that page to find out which one were they talking about, because although they mentioned their name throughout it a lot of the time, I was like, okay, I need an image, or I need to know what their job is, so then I can kind of have an idea. So I was glad I always had that to go back to for reference. Can I just say that Cerberus, or whatever his name was, that was a really, like, he was a very interesting character. Like, the fact that he was always calling her Bumblebee and everything, he was always tormenting her, and he still wanted to kill her in the end, despite the fact that they were coming to kill him, basically, or coming to eradicate him, because he came to eradicate them. So it was like mutual eradications, and I thought it was really interesting to like see, to be interested at, essentially. And at the end, I actually legit thought that that Jackson had killed Hannah, and I was really surprised. And when it came to the end and the realisation, I was like, oh my god. Like, I couldn't believe it. I was kind of in shock, hence why I'm doing this review a couple of days after I finished it, because yeah, the shock of the lifetime that comes with this book, with the whole series, literally. I don't know how many more books there will be. If I'm guessing, I thought this would be in a trilogy, but it could be end up being a series, I'm not sure. But yeah. So that is the end of this spoilery section for Gemina, because I haven't actually got the dust jacket on because I'm really lazy about putting it on and off, on and off. So yeah. So thank you very much for watching this hopefully very, very, very short review. I really hope you enjoyed it. Again, let me know what your thoughts were about certain parts of the book down below, but do remember to give a spoiler warning for those who haven't read it yet. But besides that, thank you very, very much for watching. Like the video if you enjoyed, subscribe, and I will see you very soon with another video very, very soon. So, goodbye.